Hi, preschool friends. Today we're going to read a book called Henny. And looking at this picture on the cover, what do you think this book is about? What animal do you see on this picture? Do you see a chicken? And up at the top, falling from the tree, do you see these acorns? I wonder what this book's about. Let's find out. Henny lived with her friends in a wonderful kingdom of forests, meadows, and ponds. It was as perfect a place as you could imagine, unless you were Henny. And this down here, this is Henny. She's the chicken. In the book, it said that she lived in forests and meadows and ponds. Do you see any forests? Forests are a bunch of trees grouped together. Do you see any of those in the picture? One morning, Henny was talking with her friend, Ducky Lucky. The sun was shining and the sky was blue. Breezes played with the leaves of the trees. What a perfect day, said Ducky Lucky. Yes, said Henny. I just hope it doesn't get too hot or too windy or, my goodness, what if it rains? Ducky Lucky shook his head. You worry too much. Why don't you go look for something to eat? All right, sighed Henny. I suppose I could hunt for some nice crunchy bugs. Do you know what a sigh means? That's a sigh. Have you ever done that before? Take a deep breath and let it out. So Henny wandered down the road, picking and flicking and pecking and checking. Finally, she stopped under an old oak tree. Do you see the tree here with the bugs on it? Bugs and grubs were everywhere. Well, these look tasty, said Henny. I only hope I don't get sick from eating too much. Just then, the wind puffed through the branches of the oak tree. It loosened an acorn, meaning the acorn was about to fall. The acorn fell straight down and clunk. It hit Henny on the head. Ouch! Cried Henny. What was that? She looked around, but didn't see anything. My goodness! The sky must be falling. I must go and tell the king. Henny fluttered back down the road. Soon she passed the pond where her friend was still swimming. What's wrong? Asked Ducky Lucky. Henny didn't even stop. The sky is falling! The sky is falling! I must go and tell the king. Are you sure? Asked Ducky Lucky. I remember when you lost a feather and thought your wing was coming off. Look at this bump on my head, said Henny. I tell you, the sky is falling. Do you see this bump on her head, boys and girls? Right there by her eye. Ouch! That acorn really got her good. Do you remember an acorn fell and bonked her on the head? Not the sky. The sky wasn't falling. It was an acorn. Do you remember that part? Let's see what happens next. Then I'll come with you, said Ducky Lucky, and he jumped out of the pond. What a good friend Ducky Lucky is. Soon they came upon Turkey Lurkey, who was gobbling berries from a bush. What's the matter? He asked. Why are you running? The sky is falling, cried Henny and Ducky Lucky. We must go and tell the king. Are you sure? Asked Turkey Lurkey. I remember when you... Ducky Lucky believes me, said Henny. Besides, look at this bump on my head. Well, said Turkey Lurkey, if you have a bump and Ducky Lucky believes you, then it must be true. He spit out the berries and joined them. Next, they saw Goosey Lucy arranging some twigs in her nest. Do you see her nest down here on the bottom? "What's the matter?" she said. "Why are you running?" "The sky is falling," said Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, and Turkey Lurkey. "We must go and tell the king." Oh, we have a lot of friends with us. Let's try and remember their names. We've got Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, Turkey Lurkey, and now Goosey Lucy. We have 4 friends that are going to tell the king about the sky falling. "Are you sure?" asked Goosey Lucy. "I remember." "Look at this bump on my head," said Henny Penny. "I tell you, the sky is falling." "Well," said Goosey Lucy, "if you have a bump and Ducky Lucky believes you and Turkey Lurkey has joined you, then it must be true." And she began waddling beside them as fast as she could. The 4 friends were nearing the forest. There's 4 friends now with us. Now let's see if we meet a couple more friends. Cocky Locky was roosting on a tree branch, practicing his crow. Do you know what sound a crow makes? Do you know what a crow is? I will show you on the next page. "What's the matter?" he asked. "Why are you running?" "The sky is falling," cried Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, Turkey Lurkey, and Goosey Lucy. "We must go and tell the king." Now look here. Cocky Locky is a rooster. Do you know what sound roosters make? They go cock-a-doodle-doo. Can you make that sound? Here, say it really loud. Cock-a-doodle-doo. All right, "Are you sure?" asked Cocky Locky. "Look at this bump on my head," said Henny Penny. "The sky is definitely falling." "Well," said Cocky Locky, "if you have a bump and Ducky Lucky believes you and Turkey Lurkey has joined you and Goosey Lucy says it's so, then it must be true." And he fluttered down from the branch. Okay, so now we have 5 friends going to tell the king. Do you think we can name them all? Let's see. Now the 5 friends hurried into the forest. They had gone only a little way when Foxy Loxy, now we're adding another character from the book, stepped out from a cluster of trees. "Oh my," he said, "you all look so distressed. Whatever is the matter? Distressed. What do you think that means? Look at Henny Penny's face. She does look very distressed. Distressed means worried, a little frantic." Let's see what she has to say. "The sky is falling." Now let's name our friends. Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, Turkey Lurkey, Goosey Lucy, and the 5th one is Cocky Locky. "We must go and tell the king." "Why, of course you must," said Foxy Loxy. "Listen, my friends, I know the king well, and I also know a shortcut to the palace. So follow me. There isn't a moment to lose." Now, boys and girls, do you remember when we read the book, The Gingerbread Man? Do you remember when we read the book, The Gingerbread Man? And there was a fox in that story too? I want you to look at this picture and look at his face. Does he look like he really wants to help Henny Penny and her friends? What do you think? Tell me. Do you think Foxy Loxy is a good guy or a bad guy? I want you to tell a grown-up that's next to you, or I want you to tell a friend that's next to you, or a brother or a sister. Do you think Foxy Loxy is a good guy or a bad guy? Let's find out. The fox led them further into the woods, down a twisty turning trail. "Are we almost there?" asked Henny Penny. "Almost," said Foxy Loxy, "but Oh dear, you all look so tired. Should we stop at my den for a moment? You can meet my family and rest for a while. Oh, yes, please, said Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, Turkey Lurkey, Goosey Lucy, and Cocky Locky. Look at their faces. They look so tired. But I really want you to look at this one. Look at this picture, boys and girls. What do you think the fox is thinking? I want to give you a second to think about that. All right, now listen. Right this way, said Foxy Loxy. If you look right here by his head, there's little bubbles, and this is the story telling you what he's thinking, but not saying it out loud. He's thinking it in his head. He has a plan. And look, in here, this is his family sitting at a table. Sitting at a table with forks and knives and plates. What do you think Foxy Loxy is up to? As they walked, he told them about his lovely wife, Roxy Loxy, and he told them about the 4 little Loxies, Moxie, Soxy, Poxy, and Doxy. What he didn't tell them was that all 5 were sitting around the dinner table waiting for Foxy Loxy to bring home dinner. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Are they going into a trap? Let's find out. Well, here we are, said Foxy Loxy, stopping in front of a low rock ledge. He bowed and waved his arm toward a dark opening underneath. And Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, Turkey Lurkey, Goosey Lucy, and Cocky Locky all marched down into the fox's den. Oh my goodness. I wonder what's going to happen. Now, 2 things didn't happen after that. The sky didn't fall. Do you see it still up there at the top, the blue? And the second thing is no one met the king. Why? What happened? But Foxy Loxy's family still talk about the wonderful feast they had that day. Did they get eaten? What do you think happened? Look at their bellies. I think they did have a really good dinner that night. I hope you liked reading this story with me, boys and girls. Thank you for doing that, and I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you tomorrow.